welcome to Boardgames with Niramas. I'm Joseph, I'm here with Drako, and today we are going to play Hunters and Gatherers, Carcassonne Hunters and Gatherers from Hans and Gluck. This is going to be really fun. I look forward to showing you how this sort of variant of the classic game Carcassonne works, and spoiler alert, we really like this variant. So let's get into it and start playing. We have the starting tile over here. You can find that because it has a darker backside there than the other ones. And so we're going to be the youngest player that goes first, which is Drako. You know, he is a baby dragon after all. So Drako will just take a tile from over here. There's these stacks, doesn't matter, just put them in a few stacks. So Drako found a ox here and a bit of forest. He can place it in a way connecting to this so that it makes sense. Like he can't do this obviously, because that's forest that goes straight into the grassland. And the ox could be worth 2 points for him at the end of the game if he has a hunter out there in the same field as that one, but I don't think he's going to go for that right now. He can rotate the tile as much as he like, and he is going to put it like that. And now he's going to put a gatherer in the forest here. So, well, on your turn, you place the tile, you draw a tile, you place it in a legal way. And then if you want to, you don't have to, but if you want to, you can place one of your little meeples, really cute little prehistoric guys. And these tiles have like the meeples have different usage. In this one, you can place it standing up in the forest, and it's a gatherer. It's going to score him points once the forest is completely done, so when it's encapsulated. But he could also instead put it on his side like this, lay it down here in the field, and now it's going to be a hunter. The hunter though is not going to score until the end of the game, and then it's going to score for all the different kinds of animals, for each animal that is in that area. However, there are also some saber-tooth tigers that could eat your deer. So and it's really hard to do that really early, because you're basically committing this guy then to being in that area. You never get him back. If he's standing up, he's in the forest, he's a gatherer. As soon as the forest is completed, Drako will get him back and can use him again during the game. So that's what he's going to do. He's placing it there, and he has done his turn. Now it's my turn. So I'm just going to pull one of this here. And okay, so I found there's a little deer there resting, and two different forests basically. So I mean, I could finish off Drako's forest here, which I don't want to do. I don't want to help him out. And I can't place it over here because there's a river going there, so I have to have a river tile. So I'll just go up like this, I think. And so now I have a few options. I could place a hunter out here, and he would have access to two animals, an ox and a deer. That would be 3 points in total right now at least. Hopefully that will be more in the end, bigger area and all that. But I'm just going to go into I'm just going to go up here into this forest, try to build on that for later. All right, Drako's turn again. He found two rivers in the forest there. And there's one more thing in this game, which I really like actually. There's these menhirs, these big rocks that are in some of the forest tiles. And if you complete a forest, no matter if you're in it or not, if you complete a forest with a menhir in it, you get an extra turn. And not only that, you also get to take, on your extra turn, you take a tile from this stack, which are the menhir tiles, and they are really strong. They are like bonus tiles, special things, and so on. Are really cool. But Drako is just gonna build on this river here. Well, it's not really gonna come that much, but he's gonna do it like this. And when you build on a river, then you have the option, well, you have two options. You can place a meeple as a fisherman on the actual river, and as soon as that ends, because this would end because it goes into the forest and it goes into this lake, then you will score 1 point per tile that is involved in that river, plus 1 point for each fish in that river, and connecting the two connecting lakes if there's two. So in this case, this would be 3 points for Drako. Or he could place one of his little huts, like a settlement, and you place that in a, well, you can place it in a lake as well, but in this case you have to place on the tile that you placed. So you could place it on this river. At the end of the game, he would get 1 point for each fish in the system, like the river system. This could be a huge river system, right? At the end of the game. So that would be a really bad placement right now, because it would just be 1 point at the end of the game. You only have 3 of these huts. So Drako is going to place a fisherman. He's going to score it right away. That's 1, 2, plus 1 fish. That's 3 points. So Drako is on the scoreboard, and he gets his meeple back right away, which is a good thing. So you place the tile, you place a meeple if you want to, if possible, and then you score it, depending on what kind of tile it is. Well, unless it's the end of game scoring tile, which is the huts and the hunters. Right, my turn. That's a mammoth. That's 3 points for a hunter. That's pretty good. If I could, like, get... yeah, kind of like this. And then I'll place my... Now I'm going to place this guy as a hunter. So he's going to be in this, what's it called? Field, grassland area. And right now, he will have sort of access to hunt a mammoth, a deer, and an ox. And that's a total of 6 points, basically. And he's going to cover up a little bit there, so it's hard to see. But okay, he's down there. And he's going to be there for the rest of the game. Unless there are some effects in the special tiles that could let me pull him back. But there we go. Draco's turn. So Drako, what are you doing? Building on a forest somehow? Well, I think he wants to complete this forest because there's a man here in it. He's more interested in building on a second forest over here. There we go. And it's my turn. And that's more animals if I would get them. So like, I'm gonna move the scoreboard actually, because we don't need to see that all the time. So basically here, if I will place it like this, then this deer is not in the system because there's a river in between, right? And I can't really rotate it. Well, if I do this, he is, yeah, then the deer can access, well, my hunter can access the deer, I assume, not the other way around. That would be weird. So let's do that. And now let's also place a guy on the actual river then. So I can score this river. Getting pretty, long river there. And we can have this over there. This builds up and it takes a lot of table space after a while. What I tend to do when I play Carcassonne is almost like, or similar games, is to recommend you to almost have like some kind of felt under, or like a carpet, so that way you can, pull it around in case it gets to the edge of your table. All right, that was my turn. Draco's turn, and he is, let's see, another forest. He could do like this, and then if this connects, that will be like we would share this forest, but we would both get the same points. He doesn't care about that. He's just going to build on his forest instead, like this, which actually somewhat makes my forest harder to complete as well, because now I have to have the correct sides on all 3 sides there. And he can't add a meeple because there's already a meeple in this forest, so you can't add a new one then. You can muscle in on other people's forest though, like if he would do this. Like if we would place it like this, for example, he could put a meeple here because there's no meeples in this forest. Then later on he could try to connect this together with my forest, and all of a sudden he has muscle in on my forest and we would share the points. Or even if he had 2 and I have 1 meeple, he would take all the points. So that is a big part of Carcassonne as well, to try to place yourself in such a way that you later on can connect and take over areas in a sense. So that was Draco's placement. Now I get this one, and here's a saber-tooth tiger. So if this goes into an area where there's like, if I put it here, then this will eat the deer at the end of the game. So I don't want to do that. I'd rather put it in a way like if Drako had some hunter over here, I would like to mess with him, but he does not. I could place it like this, because now they are not in the same area. This tiger can't get over the river, so he's stuck over here. So yeah, let's do that. And Draco's turn. And that's a little statue over there. With the forest. Wow. I mean, he could build a huge forest if he wants to. I think his plan was to make a small forest, get the benefit of the men here quickly. Or he could just go for like, yeah, let's make a huge forest down here. And he's trying to finish this quickly. There's a menhir up there as well. There's a menhir on a lot of these forest tiles. Right, my turn, and I got this one. That wasn't too exciting. Should I get in on... I can't do that because then it's connected, but I could do like... I'm gonna do like that. Put a guy here because I'm suspecting this will be a huge forest. And now we both have an interest now to complete this, because then we both get the points in it. Now in a 2-player game, obviously it doesn't matter, but it's like I neutralized Draco's plans here of building a huge forest, which means he might not complete it. I don't know. Anyway, if you don't complete it, and this is a difference from basic Carcassonne, is that at the end of the game, if it would end up like this, none of us would get any points. You don't get points for uncompleted rivers or forests. It's like forests are like cities, rivers are like roads. So that's a big difference there to note. All right, I'm doing that. Drako is gonna... Okay, now he's going to just complete this here. So he gets to score it right away. Well, he could place, first of all, he could place something on this tile if he wanted to. I mean, he could place a hunter here, try to connect this, but it's not that many animals there yet. So now he's just going to place a gatherer here in the forest. So he's building on a new forest over there. And now he's going to score this. It's going to be 2 points per tile that is connected or is making up the forest. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Drako at 8, so he's up to 11. And this meeple comes back to him as well, which is really important in this game as well. You need to make sure that you get your meeples back, otherwise you might be stuck and not be able to place anyone when you get a good opportunity to do so. And because there's a menhir here, now Drako will get a second turn and he will draw the top tile from this menhir stack. And these are special in different ways. So this is the Mystic's Hut, I think it's called, or like a shaman. I have the Swedish rulebook, so I'm not sure. And it says when Drako places this, he can immediately move. Oh yeah, that was the one I mentioned earlier. He can immediately move one of his meeples back to his supply if he wants to. He doesn't really want that though. That's good if you get stuck somehow. If you have someone over here and there's like no way to connect things. No, he doesn't want to do that. That's an optional thing. So he's not going to do it. He's just going to place it as a normal tile. But he did get an extra turn at least, which is not bad. So would he... Yeah, I think Drako is not going to give up on this forest. He's going to try to find a way to beat me on it. But that's for later. Right now, the river here... Well, he's just going to do this. He's just going to complete this one over there. So that's another 4 points for him. There's 2 for each tile in there. And he's going to put a fisherman on this river. He can't do the same guy, but basically first he places one and then he's going to score that. So that's 4 points. So Draco's up to 15 points. I don't have any points over here so far. Well, I had some points in this, I guess, for the end game. All right, my turn. Finally, Drako did all the bonus stuff. And where do I place this? I could place it like this. So all of a sudden we have 2 different forests we are working on. Actually, I kind of like that idea. Because then I could finish this. It has the men here. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. And I'm not going to place anyone here. And Draco's turn. So I'm playing a bit more friendly here. I don't know. Drako has this river. And yeah, he just wants to build on this river here. Make it a really good one. So he's going to place like that. And he's going to place a guy into this forest there. My turn. And that's a river bend. Let's go up here. Again, adds another deer into my whole green area here. And builds on my river as well for this guy. So it's going to get me more points later on. Alright. Then it is Draco's turn. He is tiger, and is there a good way for him to get this into my area so that the tiger would eat? No. Well, no, it's not connected there. I don't know. I think Drako will just keep building on his forest over here. Just make a huge one as he planned from the start. My turn. And that's a lake with a fish, a deer, and 3 X's. This is interesting. So this could be... So if I place it like this, first of all, I get another deer in my field, which is good. That's another point. Also, the lake will sort of count as a stop for the river. So I will score this fisherman here. So that is 1 point per tile that is involved. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus 1 point for each fish in here. So that's another one. So that's 7. This guy comes home. And that's my first 7 points. And before I do that, actually, sorry, I should do this in the correct way. So before I sort of score it, I get to place something. I will place a hut in the lake there. All right, so he came home, I got the points. And now this hut will be worth a point for each fish in the net. There's not that many fish in here so far, but hopefully I can build like a huge lake network. And this is not stopped by the lakes. This is like rivers and lakes. Everything is connected. It just stops by basically mountains or forests and so on. So that could be a thing. I'm going to go with that. And it is Draco's turn. Let's see what he's doing. That's an ox. And is he just going to keep... No, he's going to build on a... Because this forest over here right now is just a small piece of forest. He wants to add a menhir in there so that when he completes it, he gets the menhir bonus as well. Right, my turn. More river, but also... Oh yeah, I can add... Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to complete this one here. So that's 4 tiles in here. Well, first of all, I can place something if I want to. I don't want to. So that's 8 points. I'm up to 15, so we are tied. And now I get the menhir effect, so I get to pull one of this tiles here. And oh, okay. So this doesn't have like a special ability. It doesn't have a name. It's just a good tile. It has like, you know, good scoring things on them. There's a bunch of those. So I mean, there's a tiger, but there's also a mammoth. So the mammoth is 3 points. The tiger will eat a deer, which is -1 point. So it's still a +2 point tile if I place it so it connects into my hunter area. Or I can go somewhere else, I guess. I could go like, well, no. This, yeah, because this is not in my area here. So I'm going to go over here. And it is a little bit risky. Well, I'm going to place a gather in the forest. I mean, you could go into this if you want to. This would be 3, that deer would be eaten, but the 3 5 points here for this hunter area so far, the field. So that could be a thing someone will do later on here, but it's Draco's turn. And that's, let's see, could he finish this? He just keeps building on his huge forest here. Yeah, he's just gonna go for a crazy huge forest here, just score a lot of points. My turn. Forest. Well, I could expand on this then. I could go like this. And then I could place another hunter in here. Because he has connected another deer there. So that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, it's 6 points right now. Because the tiger will eat the deer up there. So that's 6 points. You do have... The game also counts with these, so when you do the scoring later on, you can just cover up, like when you, if it gets eaten and so on, it's easier to count. All right, Draco's turn. And that's river band. I don't think he needs that. He's just going to work on his huge forest. My turn. And I got, I don't want to end this river now. I want that to be as huge as possible, right? I have 1 stack over here. I need to finish this somehow, but this tile is not going to do that. So I could get involved somewhere else, which I think I should do. Because this has a menhir, so maybe just get started on a forest. I can just go up here or something. And wow, this is my last meeple though. Do I want to? Yeah, I'll do it because I think I can get this and this back pretty soon. But I have committed to 2 different fields, so I don't know if that's smart. Draco's turn. And more, another lake, a fish. So I guess he can place it like this. That's fine. And I think he will invest in a hut now. So he's going to put his hut here for later on. And he can do that even though he already has a fisherman in the system. It doesn't matter, they don't compete. And this is gonna stop for the fisherman, so if he finds a way to end the river up here, he's gonna score the river as well. And there's 2 fishes in there. My turn. And I want to get this. I need to free this meeple here so he's active. So that will end this forest. That's 2, 4, 6, 8 points. I don't want to place anything. So 8 points, that's 23. And that's men here. So here we go. And I found, oh, this is the raft. So the raft is special because it's when this, oh, this is great for me. Normally, I'm going to place it here, I think, and then I'm going to explain. So normally, the system with the hut here, as I said, it would score 1 point per fish in the system of rivers and lakes. But if the raft is in the system, which it is now, it's also going to score 1 point per lake in the system. So this could be really nice if we can build a huge water system up here later on. So I like that. All right, and I could play. No, I'm not going to place in. Yeah, I'm going to place this fisherman just between the lakes. It's going to be a quick, it's placing in scoring basically, and it's going to be 2 tiles and 2 fish, so that's 4 points in total. You shouldn't miss out on those quick. Just 4 points, right? But it does add up as the game keeps going. And now it is Draco's turn, and that's a end tile basically. So Drako could go up here just like to stop me from expanding my water network too much. You can see what's going on, but he wants to end his huge forest down here. So here comes Drako with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 points. And also men here, so he gets another action. And okay, this is one that's just basically, it's good because it has 2 fish and so on. And where would he place that? He's not really invested in any fish at the moment. Well, he does have his hut over here, but it's not gonna work. He needs like a bender, it's not gonna connect. And anyway, I think. So he can't do that. So instead, he's just gonna do this. He's just gonna take a quick 6 points here, which is not that bad. So basically the fisherman there, that's gonna be 2 for the tiles, 2 fish there, 2 fish there. That is 6 points, just like that. And this is, completely encapsulated system now, 37. Right, my turn. And I need to, well, I can do this. I don't know if this helps or not though, but it adds some men here, which is good, but it might make it harder for me to complete this forest. Since now I need something that has water and forest like that in the bend, okay. Drako, and that's just gonna build, it's just gonna build over here on his rib. No, he can't do that, it's a forest of course. That's sort of what I need here. Draco's not going to give me that. Well, actually, he could, because he would get the men here effect. Yeah, he's going to do that, and he's going to place fisherman on the river. I will get 2, 4, 6 points. I'm still behind Drako. I will get my meeple back, but Drako will get the men here effect. So he gets, oh, that's a lot of fish and deers as well. So he wants this in his system with the hut, of course. And look at this, he can actually connect it like this. So that connected to that lake with another fish. So that, Draco's happy about that. All right, so that was Draco's placement. So now it is my turn. And more river. Can I get this tiger into Draco's? No, he doesn't have a hunter system right now. He should probably get one. Should probably work on that. So where would I extend? I guess I'll just go upwards here, and I can also put the fisherman out there and Draco's turn. And was there a place where he needed? I mean, just extending this river is a good idea. Because that's more points for him. There's also a fish in there, so. And now, maybe Drako will... I mean, he could place a hunter here. That would be 2 deer and an ox. It's not that great, though. No, I think he's just gonna stop there. My turn. Another forest. Now I'm invested up here, so let's build on this like that, I think. Draco's turn. That's... Okay. Yeah, he's gonna do this. So that will complete this fisherman. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles. And 1, 2, 3, 4 fishes. That's 10 points to Drako. He's up to 47. Good job. Alright. Yeah, and now he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fish for this hut so far. And he can extend more over here as well. So it might be huge at the end of the game. But I think I am going to stop there with this run through, because you've seen most of the tiles and how they play. There is of course a bunch of these in here, but the rulebook will explain what they all do. There's like the trap, and there's like special tiles in here. Now at the end of the game, as I said, we will score for these. Like, so in this case, this hunter over here would give me, it's a mammoth. That's, well, I would do this basically. So okay, a mammoth, that's 3 points. I covered up. Then there's 1 point for the deer. There's 2 points for the ox. And then we have 3 deers up here. And that's about it. So it's a bunch of points. And also the huts will score for the fish. But this one, because of the raft, will actually score a point for each lake as well. So that's really nice. And meeples that are like this, they are an uncompleted thing. Like these in the forest or the river, they will not score anything. So it's really quick and easy to score at the end of the game as well. And see who the winner is. So I think it would be Drako, because he has a good lead. So that is Carcassonne Hunters and Gatherers. I hope you enjoyed seeing this quick run through of how it works. And if you did, press the like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the little bell symbol down there as well, so you get notifications from YouTube when we post new videos. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great evening, morning, or whenever you're watching. Take care. Bye-bye.
Be like Drako. Follow Board Games with Niramas on Facebook at BGW Niramas.